Hello, I'm back. Your Queen of Darkness. Me. Anyway, so this is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to show some of the stuff that I had been making. I had made the Rebel Hood, which I showed a lot. I hadn't written it up because what I wanted to do was actually create the Wild Oleander hood that is crochet. So I was trying to see how certain things would work out with certain stitches. So the Rebel Hood is a lot smaller. You know, it's nice and everything. It's just a lot smaller. It's like the breast piece is just here. So I was debating on how big that it needs to be comparable to that. So this, I'll show that one in a second. So then there's this one. So this is one of the first ones. So this is a lot bigger. It also has tassels that I have to cut. I haven't decided how much I want to cut into it. So, but this is done with no sewing, so it's all done and then decreasing. So unlike the Wild Oleander where it's all done flat and then it's sewed back together. So then I made this one. So it's actually blacklight yarn, two different kinds, both red heart, but so I did this. I actually have some lights coming that I want to weave into the hood. They're black lights to make it glow like on Halloween. I thought that'd be really cool. So this one is a lot bigger, same as that one I just showed you. So this is more of the size of the Wild Oleander one. So it comes all the way down, and if you take it, you can pull it on your shoulders and still have plenty of hood to work with. So I keep going back and forth on this stitch specifically because this is what I call the CD stitch. It is a odd alteration to Christine Davies stitch that she had made. So it's the exact same stitch. My brain is just, I'll put it in the comments. So basically it's her stitch, but because I did it in the round and I did it odd, it actually comes out just a little bit different. Same stitches to do, but because it's odd and in the round, it creates a whole nother pattern. So, and I have her permission before anybody asks. Her and I are actually really good friends. She knows all about it. So, and when I do write up the stitch, I will give her credit. So again, so the top one here is this CD stitch for her. And then the bottom is just figure 8. So I'm trying to make it easy so that anybody could do it. And then maybe go back in and alter the bottom to maybe more complex stitch to give it a different look. I'm trying to keep it that way, like so that, you know, somebody new can do it. It does have decreases in it, but it's not that hard. I'm going to try to write it up so it makes a lot of sense. So these are those. So they're going to be called the Nerium hood. So and then I'm working on this one, which I'm going to call the 12 by 12 hood. And the reason is you're going to do 12 of one part and 12 of the other. So if I pull it all the way up, so you've got your ribbing here. I did 2 by 2 ribbing. Okay, and this is 12 inches. And then this part is going to be 12 inches. And then the point of this, if I can get it unstuck. So there we go. Sorry, don't mind the dogs. So this is going to be on the inside. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put this on. Hold on, I'm going to have to pull my hair up for this. So you put this on. You fold this down. So it's like a neck warmer. And then this piece is going to be the hood. So I did something here, I'm not sure if I like it or not, just to kind of give it more of a crossover when it turns into the hood. And the hood will be bigger, so it won't be so close to your head. That's why it'll I got to give it more time. It's not up to the 12 inches yet. So so that hopefully I'll get that done. I know I keep saying that, like, I make all these things and all of my friends are like, oh my god, it's so amazing, write them up. You know, I'm just my own worst critic at times. But so, and then the last thing I've been doing is just for change and the season's coming up. So I decided that like every 2 days I'm going to make a hat. So, because that's how many days it takes me to make the hat. So I made one already, but it's in the other room, so I'm not going to get it. So it's kind of a tiny bit alteration of the Romance hat by Tutate, Tutate. So she is been doing things forever, probably longer than I have, because I remember her in the very, very beginning. So she has, I think it's called the Romance hat, either Romance or Romantic, but I think it's Romance. So it's, you know, 1x1 ribbing. Then she does some garter here. I didn't do garter, I did purl. Then the main body stitch. And then at the top, I did 2 rounds of purl, then a round of E-wrap, and then basically cast off. So it's just little alterations. So you know, that doesn't make it mine. So it is a really pretty hat. So definitely go check her out. She's on YouTube. I don't think she has a TikTok. I've never seen one. I definitely know she's on YouTube, and she actually has her own app. So if you go into your app store, you should be able to download. I definitely know it's on iOS because I have an iOS phone, obviously. But I think it's on Android too. But definitely check it out because all her patterns and videos are right there. So, you know, you don't have to go to YouTube and see her stuff. You can go right there, and it's broken down by hats, scarves, everything's broken down. And she's got so much stuff, and everything that she makes is on the basic set of looms. They're the large gauge, you know, the 41, 36, 20, whatever it is. So she does those, same as Luma hat. So it's like everybody can get along. You don't have to buy special looms. You don't have to spend crazy money. It's flat from, again, I want to emulate that idea in a sense where everybody can do it. I just happen to really like the flexi looms, which I know I'm going to do like either a TikTok or a video on how to kind of work with these, especially when they get a little bit bigger, because everything I make is on these. So the Nerium hood is 117 pegs. So it's big. So, and I don't use any stiff pieces. I use all of the turn pieces. That's just a specific preference. If you read the instructions say 1 solid piece to 2 turning pieces. So that'll give you a better structure. So what I also had talked to Christine Davis about was, because she doesn't like how flip-floppy I was like, well, I bought several sets so that I don't have to use any of the stiff ones. So I said, well, why don't you do that and do the opposite of what I'm doing? Make your things stiffer by doing 2 to 1 and see how that works out. So when she gets time, I'm sure she's going to test that out. So, but that's pretty much that. So I'm working on all these. Like, I have all of them, like, half started pattern-wise. I definitely would love feedback, especially on the Nerium hood, like how it looks with the stitch up top compared to the stitch on the bottom. So I'll show you again. So this is the CD stitch on top. And by the way, these are 2 different yarns. So this is the smaller black light one, and then there's the one where there are more stripes. So, but this is the CD stitch on top. So it's got loads and loads of texture. So as you can see there, loads and loads of texture. And then just your basic figure 8. And the reason I went with figure 8 was because it's really easy to do, and it makes doing the decreases really easy because you just wrap and turn at the ends, and then you E-wrap 1 and then do the minusing. Let me know how you feel about that, if that's something that you guys think would be really easy, or would you prefer like decreases in the center, like so, but then it would cause like a line here. But if that's something you're more comfortable with than doing the outers, and you know, you can do it with the fringe or without the fringe. So if you don't like the way you do your ends or whatever, fringe is definitely a good way to cover it up. So I usually don't do fringe, but I think they look really cool with these. It kind of gives it a little more flair. So definitely feedback, please, 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 feedback. And that's pretty much it. So until next time, thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.